Rich Dad Poor Dad, the main thoughts and meaning of the book. Hey all. This book made a lot of noise in certain circles. Someone hates her, someone praises her. For example, adherents of the business of youth or a follower of Ayaz Shabutinov. I believe that this is a book of its time and age. Having a certain amount of knowledge, we can say that this is banal, and Robert Kiyosaki is just an information businessman who earns more on his books. But even from the worst book you can learn something, for example, the experience that you don't need to read bad books. I read it quite a long time ago. I can't say for sure how much this book influenced me, but there was a certain click. A fact. Content. What is Rich Dad Poor Dad about? 5 key ideas of the book. Lessons from Rich and Poor Dad. Lesson: the rich don't work for money. Lesson: why study financial literacy. Types of assets. Lesson: start your own business. Lesson: taxes and big corporations. Lesson: the rich invent money. Lesson: work to learn, not for money. Essential skills to manage. Roadblocks that could hurt you on your path to financial freedom. Conclusions. What is Rich Dad Poor Dad about? Rich Dad Poor Dad ostensibly follows Robert Kiyosaki and his two fathers, his real father, Poor Dad, and his best friend's father, Rich Dad, and how they shaped his thoughts about money and investing. You don't need to earn a high income to be rich. The main message of the book is that people spend their whole lives learning how to make money, but they don't learn how to manage money so that it works for them. Rich people make money work for them. The expressions poor and rich are used by Kiyosaki to explain which type of behavior is preferable to obtain financial freedom. It's not about judging the current state of your finances and wealth. 5 key ideas of the book. The poor and the middle class work for money. The rich have money working for them. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It's all about how much money you have. Wealthy people acquire assets. The poor and the middle class acquire liabilities that they consider assets. Financial literacy is how you manage your money when you earn it, how you stop others from taking it from you, how long you save and multiply it, and how you make money work for you. The single most powerful asset we have is our mind. Lessons from Rich and Poor Dad. Lesson: the rich don't work for money. How Kiyosaki created his first company at the age of. Robert Kiyosaki and his best friend Mike asked Mike's father, Rich Dad, to teach them how to make money. After spending 3 weeks cleaning one of Mike's dad's many shops for little pay, cents a week, Kiyosaki couldn't take it anymore and increasingly thought about quitting his job. It was at this point that Rich Dad decided to give him his first lesson about money. Some people quit their jobs because they were underpaid, while others saw it as an opportunity to learn something new. Work to learn. Rich Dad asked 2 boys to work for him for next to nothing. In doing so, he wanted to encourage them to create their own source of income. They opened a comic book library for their classmates, offering to pay an entrance fee, cents for hours of reading. They paid Mike's sister a week to look after their business. They were soon earning a week without having to worry about managing their library. Thus, their first venture was born. Lesson: why study financial literacy? School won't teach you how to get rich. The gap that is currently widening between the richest and the poorest is not accidental. One of the reasons is the education system, which is designed to educate you as an employee, a performer, perhaps not the best. The school will not teach you how to manage finances, how to accumulate startup capital, how to invest. Rather, on the contrary, you will be taught how to get a loan, how to buy an apartment with a mortgage. With a willful decision, you need to find resources and learn financial literacy and start saving. And the question here is not how much you earn, but how much you can start saving. The first step to getting out of the rat race is understanding the difference between assets and liabilities. An asset is something that allows its owner to earn income. In turn, the obligation leads to expenses. Types of assets. First, let's look at why your primary residence is not an asset. You will work all your life to pay off your mortgage. Your maintenance costs are significant. You have to pay property tax. The value of your primary residence may depreciate if the real estate market falls or you make a purchase at the peak of the cycle. Instead of investing in an asset that regularly brings in money, you repay your monthly bank loan. In other words, the real owner of your house is the bank. Here are some examples of real assets. An apartment that you rent out and whose rent paid by the tenant allows you to repay the monthly payment on a loan made to purchase real estate. A business that does not require your presence but in which you are a major shareholder. In short, the basic steps to get out of the rat race are: understand the difference between an asset and a liability. Focus on acquiring assets that bring a stable income. Reduce spending and debt to a minimum. Open your own business. Lesson: taxes and big corporations. Income tax first appeared in England in. It was introduced to the United States in. Originally a plan in which the rich contributed to the growth and development of the nation, it was later extended to the middle class and the poor. The rich have a secret weapon to protect themselves from high taxes: their company. The company provides a number of advantages in terms of taxation. The mechanism by which the rich minimize their taxes is as follows. Company owners. Company employees. Make money. Make money. Spending money. Pay taxes. Pay taxes. Spending money. In other words, pay yourself first. Kiyosaki suggests taking into account the main components of what he calls financial accounting. We'll have to learn. If you want to invest in the stock market, it will take some understanding to read the annual reports of the companies you plan to invest in. The same will happen if you want to open your own business. Investment strategy. Communicate with investors and observe their behavior. Attend seminars on this topic, read books. Market law. Master the law of supply and demand. No company owner can succeed if he has not mastered this basic knowledge. Understand the needs of your customers. Law. For your business to develop properly, you must have a minimum amount of legal knowledge. Take lessons if you need to. Lesson: the rich invent money. The self-confidence associated with a high financial IQ will undoubtedly be your most reliable ally when it comes to achieving financial freedom. Of course, you will need to save every month before investing. But this alone is not enough. Use your time wisely and find the best opportunities to invest your accumulated funds. At the same time, Robert created his own real estate business, launching new products and educational programs. Essential skills to manage: cash flow management, systems management including time spent with family and friends, personal management, roadblocks that could hurt you on your path to financial freedom. Fear. Don't act solely on what you think is right. If you can't take action and can't think big, you may never succeed. Cynicism. Do not listen to people who do not give themselves the opportunity to succeed, but allow yourself to criticize what you achieve. Laziness. Do not participate in the rat race. If you rest on your laurels, you will never escape an unsatisfactory daily routine. Be active and persistent. Bad habits. Ordinary expenses should be turned into savings and investments. This is the price of freedom. Arrogance. Don't think you know everything about money. Listen to what others tell you. Conclusions. This book is not a panacea, not a magic pill that will make you rich in an instant. I needed to read it a little earlier to start my journey to the land of unicorns and pink ponies, and then read books on economics, where it would become clear that there is not enough for everyone. The amount of money is limited, the number of warm places with high salaries too. Every day is a battle for a place in the sun, because not everyone is smart and beautiful, and the starting conditions are different. Every day you need to grow above yourself, run twice as fast, remembering Elise. It won't be easy. I do not want to analyze the biography of Kiyosaki now, but I can say that the book will somewhat change your point of view on familiar things. As Kiyosaki himself says, his books are a tool of motivation, not financial expertise.